right, shalom. All right, shalom.
Shalom.
I want to start by giving our praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, and Kakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Achaemenid pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. It's the brothers here from Great Millstone, Atlanta. Another sit down, just going into various topics. And the main thing that this truth is about is prophecy, man. And as we see it, it's a lot of prophecies unfolding. Things pertaining to the mark of the beast, this thing with Elon Musk speaking about, basically chipping the mass of the people. We see how technology is upgrading constantly. Somebody get that in Daniel, where it says knowledge shall increase, Daniel 12. Technology is on a high advancement, and it's getting to the point where technology is going to be biometric, which it is already starting to get to that point, but it's going to get to the point where it's more internalized, because everything that we're dealing with is external, and as the days get closer and closer unto the end, we're going to see, as it is written in Matthew 24, more wars, rumors of wars, conflicts within the Middle East, which we're seeing right now revving up.
That's right.
Between Iran and the United States of America, Russia, all these different countries are basically finna lock horns.
That's right.
I got Dane?
Okay, I got some real quick.
All right.
Going into prophecy. This is Ecclesiastes 24:33. It says, "I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all ages forever."
Yeah. So the prophecy of this particular doctrine, which of course we know as the scriptures, is coming to pass now, as it is written. What is that? Habakkuk, at the end it shall speak. Because these men of the Lord, they wrote these and inscribed these writings thousands of years ago, and we're seeing all these things come to pass in the time now. John, when he was on the island of Patmos, he seen in future times where it was Israelites that was getting microchipped. He saw World War I, World War II. He's seen the upcoming destruction of World War III. He's seen how things got nuclear. They even went as far in the scriptures, such as in Ezekiel 38 chapter, to name what nations would be mainly involved in these different wars and things coming up to the end. Some more?
Yeah, I'll just read the last one. Verse 34, "Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom."
And this is a labor of love. That's why we put out this information on the internet, man. So it can stream through, and so individuals will be connected by the Spirit of the Lord and actually have an understanding of what's to come.
That's right.
All these different weather phenomenons, all these major political conflicts. Because Jacob watched earthquakes. Jacob watched these different things going on around them, but they don't know what it's leading up to.
Right.
They think it's just another day of destruction.
Yeah, you got a government overthrow happening right now in Puerto Rico. They trying to get the Puerto Rican governor. I can't remember the name off bat right now, but they protesting trying to get him out of office, man. Not to mention, riots. The Yellow Vests over in France, they've been rioting for years, man, like 40 weeks straight. So as we look at the grand scale of things, man, these prophecies is being poured out, man. You just had these earthquakes. You had like 3,000 earthquakes that hit the West Coast, California, and Washington, and Oregon. You had like 3,000 earthquakes that had hit in a matter of like 5 days.
Like an earthquake every 3 minutes.
Yeah. So this thing, the Lord pouring this thing out, man. Brothers having spiritual visions and dreams of chariots. Oh, the chariot! I've seen like 4 chariots in the past month, 2 months. Not to mention, the situation with over in the Strait of Hormuz, the Gulf of Persia. There's a lot of friction going on over there, man. America said they sending 500 foot soldiers over to Saudi Arabia, man. Which that's Saudi Arabia. If you look at the map, Saudi Arabia, the only thing that separates Saudi Arabia from Iran is what? Is the Persian Gulf. So this thing is happening, man.
Yeah, if I may say, onto the thing about Puerto Rico, a lot of you people, because a lot of you Jakes, you're stuck on stupid. You don't realize Puerto Rico is a territory, is a U.S. territory.
Right.
So when you read that article or you see it and it says corrupted government, you gotta understand they're speaking about America.
That's right.
That's an American governor.
Yeah, yeah.
They vote. They actually vote just like you do here in the States. So
Yep.
when them fighting corrupted governments, that's not something so far removed. That's fighting. That's sedition in America.
I had a real quick one. Go right what y'all going into the uproars in Puerto Rico, the earthquakes, and all of that. Second Ezra 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that it is the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. You know, yeah. So hey, go right with that, man. The uproars of Puerto Rico was like the brother said. That's pretty much as America. All right, the corrupt government. You know, you had the natural disasters at an all-time high. You know, the earthquakes happen, like you said, every 3-4 minutes. You know, you got this heat wave that's cutting across damn 2/3 of America, which is a damn nomen omen.
Now they got a
You know,
they got
yeah.
a global they got a global health emergency act now.
Yeah,
It's already a national emergency from Trump. Now they got a global health emergency.
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of conflicts, of course, with those disease outbreak in Africa.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's been spoken of heavily too.
Ebola.
Yeah, Ebola, and they can't remedy all these problems. There's too much stuff that they're being bombarded with, and there's more things to come. That's the thing about it. The Lord is just turning the owls up on this place. But I have something. This is Revelation 19 and 10, still dealing with prophecy. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, and have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy." Right, and Yahushua through these different testaments and the men of the Lord that were in conjunction with this work, they all wrote about prophecy.
That's right, bro.
You know, and they wrote about the biggest prophecies to come to pass, the most potent things that were to come to show the end times. And they mainly wrote about what? World War III, the fall of Babylon. And we're living inside of Babylon, man. You had that one individual talking dialoguing with Kirk Franklin, and he was cutting him.
Yeah.
He was like, man, this is Babylon, man. You know, he has said it without a shadow of a doubt, which is coming out now. All nations are getting under the realization that this is Babylon the Great. America is Babylon,
That's right.
the city of confusion. And then, you know, as captivities are being revealed, you have to reveal all the injustices, all the wickedness that show itself on the forefront, which we're doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Then the judgment gets declared. And what's the judgment? Going to be fire.
If I could add real quick, it said that we possess the testimony of Yahweh Shah. Now when we on the highways and byways, that's the real protest, man. You know, not Black Lives Matter.
That's right.
These other groups. When you go into that word protest, pro means to put forth, and test means to testify, man. So we're putting forth the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but going out there prophesying week in and week out, man. Not just walking up down the street, picketing, marching. That's not the true protest. The true protest is putting forth the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is prophecy.
Because with you Black Lives Matter protesters, you hear like these different characters like Killer Mike or T.I., whoever, and they'll speak about protest by where you spend your money at. And if you ever notice, that type of protesting never gets far.
Yeah, right,
because
right.
why? It's prophecy.
Right.
Because the scriptures tell us under these curses that we would have to go to our enemy for one of all things. So all of those aspects of protesting are actually anti to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because he gave us a specific way of doing so. I got a quick one if nobody.
And that's a good point. If I could add real quick before you get the precept, and the reason why these different organized protests is not consistent, because they don't have a testimony to back it up.
That's right.
That's just like a court case. You know, if you're a witness and you have to make a testimony at court, you're expected to come to every court session. That's why we out on the highways and byways every weekend, because we have a testimony. You people, you go out there for a week and that's about it. You know why? Because you don't really have nothing to bring to the table. You just a nigga. you know, that want to be a part of something. You ain't really got no real testimony, no real evidence to bring up like that, man. We got a consistent testimony, which is why we go out there every single week, non-stop, man.
If I may, because what's gonna show and prove a lot of you Jakes as time moves forward too with your protesting is Instagram. Instagram is already, they're making motions in other countries, and it's gonna come to the Americas real soon, where they're gonna take away the likes.
Yep.
So only
yeah.
on your profile you'll be able to see how much a post you put up got likes, but to the public eye they won't be able to see. So how many of you gonna still? Because see, we're used to that. We're used to Esau playing with our figures and our numbers. You put up a beautiful video, it might only get 2 views according to his count. But you people without a testimony, what are you gonna do? Because you do yours according to likes and shares and stuff of that nature.
Social status.
Social status. So what are you gonna do? Are you driven by the testimony, which through the Spirit we're driven by the testimony of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. I got a quick one. This is Habakkuk 2:16, and it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewings shall be on thy glory."
If I could say something too, you see it says, "Let thy foreskin be uncovered." You know what that represents? Your uncleanliness, because your foreskin is you're supposed to be pulled back. You're supposed to be circumcised. But it said, "Let your foreskin be uncovered," meaning you people are unclean. That's why it says it's gonna be a shameful spewing on you, man. All right. So Yahweh Bashem Shai is getting ready to come and expose all you abominable creatures dwelling on the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
You're born in vain.
You know, because a lot of you people are really spiritually uncircumcised.
Yeah.
That's why I say that, man. Could you read that part again about the foreskin?
I'll read it at the top. This is Habakkuk 2:16, and it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory."
Yeah, that's a shameful thing not to be circumcised, man. That's a shameful thing. That's why was it Moses' wife? She said,
Zipporah.
yeah, she called Moses
Bloody man.
a bloody man. But you know why? Because Moses knew that his son needed to be circumcised, man. Okay? Because he knew it was an unclean thing. And spiritually, you people are unclean, man. Okay? Go ahead.
Scriptures call them uncircumcised in heart.
Yep.
Come. "And let thy foreskin be uncovered."
Yeah. You know, that's symbolic of your uncleanliness, man. And the Lord is doing that through the what? Through the pure minds and spirits of the prophets. You know, we digging deep on you goddamn people, man. You know, brothers downloading apps, news apps, everything, weather apps. We trying to pull up all the dirt we can on you numbskulls, man.
We
You know,
the
brother-
food inspectors on your ass.
Yeah, we sharing apps. Hey, yo, look at this, y'all.
But that's how a true judge do anyway. Psalms chapter 82, verse 6.
Yep.
We the judges of the earth. That's how judges conduct their life anyway.
Yeah, we pulling up files, man. It's like a homicide detective.
That's right.
You know, hey, look what I found. I got some more evidence. Check into this.
Criminal investigator.
You know, we trying to find every piece of evidence we can against you and call it out to Yahweh Bashem Shai.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
That's right. "The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory."
It says the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto you. That's talking about the wrath of Yahweh Shai. Because Yahweh Shai is the right hand of Yahweh. And his indignation is going to be poured out upon your unclean and abominable ways, man. Hey, the Lord is sick of you people, man. Hey, we can feel it in the spirit that the Lord is sick and tired of you people. Because we checking the pulse of the Lord through what's happening in the earth. We can tell that the Lord is mad at people because of what's happening in the earth right now, man. And it ain't even got to the boiling point yet, man. The Lord gonna really get pissed off. Then he gonna make his appearance. You know, he gonna step to you people, man.
That's right.
You know, you gonna see him.
He ain't coming as no man. He coming as a spirit.
Yep.
That's right.
He coming with angelic forces, man. And he's coming to render to the righteous a righteous reward. And he's coming to render to the wicked an evil reward, man. You know, the game plan about to be over with, man. You know, they trying to get people chipped by 2020. It's that mean, man, this is serious business going on here, man. You know, niggas worry about likes on Instagram, like the deacon was just saying, the deacon Abu Baji, you know, people trying to get their likes and shit up, man. You know, The Lord pouring out the spirit of prophecy, not likes.
Right.
We don't give a damn about likes, man.
Right.
You know, we upload our videos in hopes that we brought comfort to a brother, that we edified a brother, you know, that we made a positive change in the fucking matrix.
Yeah,
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
That's our hopes.
That's right,
Not no likes. You know? Yeah, you got it, bro.
But that's even that shows what times that we living in too. The cravings of likes and comments on social media, that virtual mindset, that's showing that we in itself.
Yeah.
The more social media, since social media has been a major platform of communication, more people have been depressed, antisocial.
Yeah.
They don't want to go out the house. You know, they just bugged out on their cell phones, man.
Mhm.
They got a thing called cyberbullying.
Yeah,
Like,
cyberbullying.
niggas
Yeah, yeah.
suicide
Yep.
because they ain't got that.
It's there's an actual mental illness behind being addicted to your cell phone and apps. You know, they've done plenty of studies on basically how when you're addicted to those type of things, it's an actual mental mental disorder, man.
And what's the next stage of these different cell phones? Was it 5G?
Oh yeah.
You know, what they're speaking about it's all kind of individuals in the government that's trying to push against 5G.
trying to stop it.
Yeah, being produced because it has all kind of adverse and abnormal effects
Yeah.
upon the world.
It kills trees.
The body.
Kills trees. It
It,
bugs out your brain.
Also, they said it affects meteorologists being able to predict tornadoes,
Wow.
the strength of hurricanes, the path of hurricanes. Is going to distort the frequencies for meteorologists to be able to give weather
It's
predictions.
so strong.
That's why you've been looking at the weather apps lately, and them shit's been off.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, and shalom to Elder Sakaran too on the comment
Shalom,
board.
shalom,
Shalom,
shalom.
Elder. Y'all about to smile,
Shalom,
shalom,
shalom.
shalom. God, you know, so these things is rolling out, man.
Yeah.
You know, we starting to see, you know, the last hoorah of Satan, man.
Right.
And he gonna get, you better believe, man, the so-called white man gonna give it all he got, man. You know, he's gonna give it all he got, man. He got super soldiers, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that can scale a 20-foot building with no harness. They can hold their breath for like 15 minutes underwater, man. You know, so he gonna give it all he got, man.
And a RoboCop, man.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, precept, bro.
Yeah, I got something. This is 2nd Ezra 15, and I started 15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
That's talking about race wars.
Mm-hmm.
One people fighting up against another and swords in their hands, that's the basically what we're going into is the what do you call that, the disruption of the people, man.
God.
The chaos and the tension between the people,
Yeah.
and mainly between Jacob and Esau.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right,
that's right.
the so-called blacks, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the so-called white man. That's really where the main conflict is at,
That's right.
and it's gonna come to a point where they're gonna meet head to head. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you got it, bro.
Yeah, you had this Area 51 speculation that all these individuals are going to go out and invade Area 51. You see that these people aren't being compliant with the Brennan circuit that Esau is presenting. They
God.
want more answers.
Yeah.
Yep.
They said Area 51. They can't stop us all.
Yeah, they can't
Yeah.
stop us all.
Oh, you know they got a new one called Storm the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
And the guy saying he was gonna supply, you know, everybody with boats and life jackets. Hey, nigga, please.
This place is a joke.
This place is a big joke, man. Hey, you know these top witches and prognosticators, they're seeing that spell that was cast over America is starting to wear out on the people. And you know why? You know why that spell don't have as much power? Because the Lord raised up the prophets.
The elect.
The spell.
That's right.
You know,
Work the spell.
we raised up the prophets to like the brother said, to break that spell, man. You know, so that a lot of stuff that will work back in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s that will have people, you know, just in a trance. It's not captivating their spirit no more, man.
And the Lord's bracing them for that scripture to be fulfilled. What he said, then shall it be known a prophet that was
Have been among them. I'm
them.
here for you.
That was going to
They're wearing off is according to that.
Hey, the Lord said we're gonna destroy and pull down these strongholds, man. Part of their stronghold, like you said, is these different spells and witchcraft that Esau's working on the people. You know, the prophets through speaking His word, we breaking that down, man. You know, and that spirit of knowledge and so-called, waking up, so to speak, is getting put out there, man. You know.
I got it.
Well, I got a little bit more.
Okay, I got precept too.
All right, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes." That's your President Trump's.
Your
Congressman.
Keisha Lance Bottoms don't
Keisha
stand a
Lance.
chance, man. You know, your local mayors and your coon city councils, niggas gonna be running over them like a speed bump in the street, man.
A lot of them get shot and killed overseas and things of that nature, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's why a lot of these coups and situations occur. Yeah, kidnapped. You know, these situations occur where the government officials are getting affected, man.
Oh, if you watch that newest Purge, it shows you that.
Oh yeah.
Really, all the purges.
Yeah.
All the purges, it shows you that they be really trying to get them politicians,
Yeah,
man.
yep.
That's why Esau put if you go around the country, what is it now? What is the main what is your main mayor and governor of these states and cities now? Niggas.
Yep.
All right, because you had Trump Trump just the other day. What did he say? Go back to where you came from. And CNN ran a special, and all of the main people that spoke up against that were black women, Muslim, from different cities. So Esau knows exactly what he's doing, because why? When these crackers get mad, they ain't gonna have no problems running into these governor mansions and mayor offices or whatever the case may be to go kill a nigga.
And the federal government ain't gonna help him because Trump is
Trump is,
yes, Satan's house is divided against itself.
Yeah, they dealing. See, one thing you gotta remember: this beast is dealing on a national level, not Salakia, internet, a global level. Salakia.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they don't give a damn about American citizens, man. They have a globally unified alliance. You know, NATO. You know, so they have NATO policies. You know, just like you have the feds, which is what? That's national. That's like national police. You know, you got then you got the state police, then you got county police, then you got city police. So the elite, they dealing on a global scale, man. They don't give a damn about Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Hell.
Long as she enforcing the policies that coincide with the agenda, they don't give a damn who's in office. They don't give a damn if I was in office.
Yeah.
It's just suits,
Right.
empty
And
suits.
that's why they call them pawns.
Yeah.
Because the pawns on the chessboard,
Yep.
they're useless. Hey, you play chess, man. You don't give a damn about losing no pawns.
Yeah.
You know.
You know,
That's,
they gotta be losing anyway
yeah.
in order to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit more.
Go ahead, bro.
Says they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Yeah, so you black nigga women, you ain't gonna get flued out. Scripture said, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay? So if your ass on the east side of Detroit on 8 Mile, that's where your ass gonna stay. You know? Because they gonna set up barricades.
That's right.
You know? They gonna lock down a lot of the main arteries, main highways in the streets. They gonna put barriers in them so you can't come or go. A lot of you people that live in gated communities, you're not gonna be able to get your car outside of that gate.
That's right.
Okay?
Stuck.
You're stuck. You gotta. Hey, you know the people that want to live in the city, city life, condo life. Hey, you gotta park in them parking garages. Through.
Ain't shutting that down.
Through.
Especially that 5G, like going back to that, a person on the video was like, on YouTube, it's like, yeah, man, they building all these high rises that Jake don't want to stay in, expensive high rises. They gonna have 5G in it. 5G can just shut down their whole thing, and then they can't get out their houses. They
Yeah.
gonna,
Internet thing.
They just $1 million prisons.
Yeah. They could shut down because they got the fob keypad that you gotta have to access the elevator. All they gotta do is disable that system, and if you on the 34th or 35th floor, your ass stuck.
You can't get down there.
Hell yeah.
And these
Ain't
places
going
they
nowhere.
they have multiple entryways. So even to get out, you gotta go through 3-4 doors.
You gotta get on an elevator, gotta get on one elevator, get on another elevator,
Yep.
walk a path, to then go to the garage. It's just too much, man.
Yeah. Hey, and that's going into that. It said, "Man shall desire to go into another city, and shall not be able," because before you can even think about going into another city, there's going to be about 1,000 obstacles before you can even try to make that journey to that city.
Oh, hell.
You gotta try to get your car. You can't get gas.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to get gas. You gotta watch out for civilians, because the scripture just said that the course of the action shall stand in their power.
Right.
Okay? Meaning that, hey, if somebody got a gun, or somebody got a gun, they're gonna use that power against you. So you gotta get through that to even try to get to another
Jimmy
city.
them, they got the whole Vine City.
Yep.
There's one captain over one
On-
Vine
on-
City,
in one
one
area.
from the hood. Yeah,
Yep.
it shut down just like The Wire.
You know, so this thing is beautifully planned out, and we haven't even reached the pinnacle of this thing, man.
No.
You know, because the scriptures say when these things begin to happen, this is what? The beginning of sorrows. You know, we haven't even begun, to be honest. You know, the 7.1 magnitude earthquake that hit out in Cali, it didn't even kill nobody.
Right.
That's just the beginning.
City's still standing.
Yep, chilling. They still over there being gay as hell. Still, you know, Los Angeles has still got the biggest porn industry in the world. It's the biggest witchcraft and energy that's being pumped out in the planet Earth. You know, it's just a big
Free fall.
free for all over there, man. It just, you know, it's just really a real liberal energy over there, man. You know, and through that liberalism was, you know, that goes into like freedom. That liberal,
Willing.
what? So like,
Willing.
yeah, willing.
Pride,
You know,
really.
yeah. Through liberalism, it allows all kind of transgressions and sins, man. You
I
know,
think California was wasn't that one of the first states to legalize gay marriage?
yep.
So,
Like one of the first ones.
And they just did a law where they can't profile you according to your hairstyle or something like that.
Yeah.
Which, if it was left up to me, you know, I ain't hiring no fucking nigga with no dreads, man.
That's right. Yeah.
Leave it up to me.
Yeah.
But that's what liberalism do.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of you liberals, you know, you taking really liberals are used as for popularity points, man.
Yes.
They the most popular people, man. Liberals.
Because they're willing to go with that whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you're gay, I love you. You're tranny, I love you. You love interracial relations, I love you. You know,
That's why I was gonna say that's why people love Democrats so much.
Yep.
Because Democrats are real liberal,
Yep.
and they you know they're for the people, so to speak.
Yep. And conservatives are vilified. All conservatives they vilify them. Why? Because they ain't really with too much change, and they with the old way.
Yeah, the old way.
And really, that's how the elect is.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, when we get into the kingdom of heaven, we gonna be profiling.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't gonna be walking around with dreads, and fucking tattoos in your face, and we acting like, hey, you know, we love you. Now we gonna be very, very conservative, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dictatorship, you know, because these different political, you know, I say political rings that or political categories that most people go by. In the kingdom of heaven, it's just gonna be straight raw energy. It's gonna be the law. You don't have freedom to vote, all that bullshit. You know, it's whatever that's written, and that's gonna be it. You know, it's gonna be totalitarian control by the Israelites. All right, there ain't gonna be no East Indian running for president, no bullshit like that.
we don't tell them who their leaders are.
Yeah.
We're gonna set them up, and they might be your leader for life, man. It ain't no 4-year term. Then we got to, you know,
Yeah.
They trying to deal with that shit.
impeach them. Nah, all that bullshit. Nah.
Yeah.
We in the kingdom at the damn voting booth,
Yeah, the voting booth.
you know.
Yep.
Polls is getting rigged.
I got a quick precept real quick. This is Isaiah 32:5. It says, "The vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful." You know, so all of you vile energy people, hey, you're no longer gonna be called liberal, man. All right, because really, you don't have a real. you use that title, but really you're not really liberals, you know, because the real liberals, the one that's really willing, the ones that's really free is the elect, you know, because did not the scripture say, use not your liberty as an occasion to the flesh?
Yeah, yeah.
So the real liberals are the elect, because we free in Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
That's where you get the root word of liberty, liberal. All right, we made free through this word, but we're not using this freedom that we have to as an occasion to the flesh, like you people. Okay, so really, you a captive. You a captive to your own energy, man. Your own spirit is holding you captive, man, because you're allowing all kind of left hand influences to distort your judgment, man. Hence, that's why we call you reprobates.
That's right.
You know, because you don't have the spiritual discernment to tell what's right and what's wrong. It's just according to you. Oh, that's wrong to me. That's right to me. That's confusion. Okay, so that's why the scriptures say that the evil man shall no more be called liberal, man. You people are filthy. Okay?
Beat to submission.
I had a
Mhm.
precept too, though.
Oh, you got it.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. And they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was upon unto them, open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
That's right. You know, so now that we have liberty through Hamashiach, they using that liberty as a cloak of maliciousness, man.
Yeah, second
Here it is, the Lord, you know, he got us through, you know, the transatlantic slave trade. He got us through the Jim Crow era, you know, freed it up, you know, gave the word. And our people got even worse than when he was beating our ass. You know, they got worse, man.
Yeah,
Now they got green hair, they got blue hair, blonde hair. They getting breast augmentations. You know, they getting booty injections, tattoos everywhere.
Yeah, the nourishment wasn't poured in them by the Esau, because Esau's the ruler, you know. But as the ruler, so are the people.
Mhm.
So Jake we've been under this damn man for so long, this evil man so long, that we're programmed just to be how he wants us to be.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
according to that Willie Lynch letter too as well. But also the scriptures say that the curses shall be upon us, but the Lord did say he's going to break that curse off of us.
That's right.
That's right.
And that's what the remnant of.
And a lot of the times, even with the control of Esau, you know, Jake has a level of wickedness within him, and Esau just controls it because Jake doesn't have a certain structure they go by. And they follow the law, statutes, and commandments in its natural essence, then they wouldn't have to, be basically controlled by the ways of Esau. But Jake loves captivity, man.
Yeah, he just amplifies it.
They trust
Yeah,
in
he just
oppression.
amplifies. They trust in oppression. They're homeborn slaves. You can't tell them different, because this is the word of rest, right? Where it says, where you call the weary to rest. But Jake, what it say? We shall not walk therein.
That's right, bro.
Because what? They're walking after the ways of America. They're walking in this liberal Rome. As the saying go, when in Rome, do as the Romans.
Do. Yep. Which that's off.
Mhm.
Now I got a quick precept on the comment board from Elder Sakaran. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. It says, Salaki, the Lord have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
Yeah, and how is wickedness being mingled amongst the people through policy? It tells you that in Daniel, through his policy, he made craft to stand.
Yep.
Because all you gotta do is
By
throw a
peace
piece.
he destroyed many.
By peace he shall destroy many. You throw a piece of paper that say you could be a freak, everybody's gonna do it, man.
Right.
It's all about what the government said. Like we said,
Yeah.
since homosexuality got passed, homosexual legislation got passed without any type of citation, so to speak, for that ill nature, it's been faggots that's just been coming out the woodworks, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Now they're in all these different top positions, openly gay.
Yep.
I think the CEO of Apple said, the best gift God gave me was being a homosexual. You know?
Yeah, he
You
did.
got Lil Nas X,
Yeah, Lil Nas X,
number one song on the billboards.
the mayor of Chicago, is openly gay black woman, man.
Perverse spirit.
That perverse spirit on top of the woman worshiping spirit. You have this woman, black woman that's gonna play in 007.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
way
you
off.
You got all these different slut films coming out. You got a Cardi B
Oh,
And-
you had those the
individuals coming out with movies and stuff. You know, it's all kind of wickedness that's just being revved up, and that's pumping within the minds of the people. Which is,
I'm gonna say you had them Tatianas. Somebody they need all they wanted this summer is a Plan B and Hennessy.
Oh, man.
and it's
You know, right now in the world, whether you know it or not, there's an ultimate competition with Jake. This whole hot girl, hot boy, city boy, city girl shit, man.
Yeah.
And it's all in the name of Jake just going and slap the hell off.
Yeah, just,
Like that's what it's all about. Like
Being
I'm
wicked.
gonna be this summer. I'm a woman. I'm just gonna be the biggest slut I could possibly be.
Yep.
This is what's going on in the world. That's perverse.
Yeah.
Where the scriptures speak about Israel as a whole as a comely and delicate woman, but the women of our nature are supposed to be of our nation supposed to be comely, delicate, chaste, discreet, keepers at home. But they fighting tooth and nail to just be out here and smell like outside.
Yeah.
So they
if I
killing
can
they,
say,
they killing the family too as well. So like,
yeah, and I was just gonna say, if that's how you know you're at the end of a society, is when all the morals just go out the window.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
It's just
And that same thing happened with Rome. You know,
Yep.
all the morals, everything that America upheld, because America is supposed to be, you know, the Bible is supposed to be the law of the land,
that's
supposedly.
right, brother.
You know,
Yeah.
but you know, America went from, you know, keeping certain modest, you know, certain things. Now it's just a fucking free for all, man.
Hey, I remember when, and I'm not even that old, but I remember a time when I was in my younger years where on Sundays, man, it wasn't no hip hop and rap music playing
Right.
on radio.
Oh no,
Right.
no.
That was only about 15 years ago.
Yep.
On Sunday, it was just straight gospel, R&B.
Yeah, you're right.
That's that.
Damn, that's
Right.
Even on TV, it was just regular TV. Nowadays, man, they play. What's the hottest song right now? Who's doing all this hot girl shit, man? Meg Thee Stallion,
Big old freak.
Big Old Freak. They play that all, and I'd be like, man, you got little girls, 5, 6, 7 years old, twerking they ass to this music. That's how you said this place is through, man.
Oh, what? And then you got these children, like you said, 4, 5, 6 years old. They all got Instagrams, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Creating these false accounts, watching ass shade and drug dealing plays on Instagram. You know, because that's what's being pushed out heavily. It's social media, and that social media isn't restricting children so that they can actually have a certain format to go by. They're being thrown in the midst too. That's why it's been all kind of doctrines of transgenderism that they're pushing in the educational center.
That's right.
It's not like they're trying to preserve the minds of children. They want to infect them mostly, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why you know, when we did that lesson bazaar, that's why, you know, Esau is now, you know, they got drag queens in the library reading books, and they're teaching kids homosexuality at a young age.
Yep.
Because I can't remember, it was some little expert doctor that was talking, but he was basically saying the first 7 years of your life is the most pivotal.
Yeah.
It makes up the majority of your character.
Mhm.
Which that's why Esau knows that, so that's why he attacks these children at a young age. That's why he puts sexual imagery in all the all the cartoons.
Yep.
You know, the music, like the brother's saying. Hey, so man, hey, America has nothing left but to be destroyed, man.
That's
Right.
that perverse spirit. You know, when you go into the word diverse, it go down to perversity or wickedness.
Mm.
That's what diverse mean. And why is America so wicked and perverse? Because of the diverse ways about this place. You really can come here and be whatever the fuck you want to be. If you want to turn yourself into a dragon,
Yeah,
you can literally turn yourself into a dragon.
and you can find a community of other people
That
are into that.
you can get your eyeball tattooed red. You can get
Horns.
all kind of horns and different tattoos. You can get your tongue split to look like a fucking dragon, man. You know, and that's why this place is perverse, because of that. You remember when we look up the word diverse, diversity? It go back to perversity, which means wicked. And the reason why it's so perverse is because you literally can you can be anything in America except for a man of the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be anything in this place except for a man of the Lord, because that's like the biggest crime to America.
Across the line.
Yeah, it's an extreme melting. That's why it's known as a melting pot in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
That's referring to America and what it said to, it speaks about the cauldron and all these things. And that pot was one of the major instruments that witches used in order to concoct all kind of potions, all kind of sicknesses, so to speak, remedies for the people to relieve them of their sicknesses. But in turn, it was really poisoning people, putting roots on people.
Yeah, I got something real quick for you, bro. It's Ezekiel 24:6. Wherefore thus saith the Lord power, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not going out of it.
Yeah, so this country is a big ass pot of scum, man.
Scumbags.
Yeah, that's why you see nothing but scumbags and scum girls, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody got a scummy nature. That's what it say. The love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah,
you
you
can
got
go
the
to
guy
certain.
Tekashi 69 called
Scum gang.
Scum Gang.
Scum gang.
Scum
Hey, Jake is just a big scumbag, man.
But see, it's crazy how
Lump of shit, man.
these negative words, Jacob turned that into positive.
Yep.
The term slut isn't even a term of disrespect anymore.
And he
No.
said, what the acronym? What he said the acronym SCUM it stands for? Society can't understand me.
Oh my
No, nigga, no.
You ain't getting away with that one.
Nigga, that scum. We about to get what scum mean.
Yeah, I'm looking it up myself.
You know, we got it right here. The word is in the Hebrew is chala'ah. Chala'ah. Alright? And it means rust,
God damn.
disease,
Oh,
rust,
and rusty.
hints, scum. Alright?
Jake ain't know what a rusty
Yeah,
dusty
Jake
is, man.
is a disease, man. You know?
Damn.
Yes, when we call you a scumbag, we justify in the scriptures. Scriptures call you a bunch of scumbags, man.
Yep.
That's
A
right.
bunch of rusty ass niggas.
The
man.
rust. It says rust. It said rust
You know?
of a copper pot. You know.
That's right.
So hey, did not the scripture say speak about the rust of the wicked? You got a definition out?
Yeah, or etymology, scumbag. It means condom.
Oh man.
When you use a
Yeah.
condom, you gotta.
a used. Oh man.
Jake is the equivalent of a fucking used condom. That's what the Lord looks at.
A despicable person, man. I tested, man. Damn.
A condom, yeah, man. A lot of you should have been left in the condom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you came into the earth with no purpose. You're vain as hell. You just running around the world with no purpose. We was at camp yesterday. 3 young Jakes walking past the camp. First of all, they got teenagers. They got slippers on. They walking slow. They dragging their feet. I just wanted to tell her, hey man, walk with some fucking purpose, man. Walk like you going somewhere, like you on a mission, man.
But that's the thing. Jake ain't got nothing they going to.
They ain't going nowhere.
Jake ain't going no fucking where.
Yeah, just out here scrubbing up the bottom of their shoes, man. It's like, bro, you supposed to be young. You a young man. You just out here just in slippers, no socks on,
Should be high.
just walking slow, high as hell, man. It's like no purpose. I remember in the school that I used to go to, if you would be walking slow to class, there was this one Jake that would always tell, hey man, walk with some purpose, man.
Yeah.
He'd come by, hey man, walk with some purpose, man. Make sure you're walking with some purpose, man. Get to your class, walk with some purpose, man.
Hey,
You
It say in the way it said in the apocrypha, it says a man may be known by his look. It said a man's gait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Goes into your walk, man.
You walk.
There's
Yeah.
a spirit.
You know what I'm saying? It's a spirit in
There's a
there.
spirit behind how you carry yourself and how you walk, man.
And you see the scum mentality, that in the degenerate energy that our people have, man. That's why the Lord said the scum is therein in the pot, man. And that's a filthy and disgusting thing, man, because really a pot is supposed to be used, to cook food or prepare food, man. But your pot is filled with snot and boogers and
Frogs.
blood and sweat.
Condoms.
Semen. Just think about what that would smell like. Doo-doo, pee.
Eyes. Well, when you watch the witch movies, that's what they put in the pot. They'll put an eye in it,
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, shit like
You know,
that.
as the saying
Spirit
goes,
cooking.
people be like, I put my foot in it. They'll actually literally put their feet in it to. That's what witches will actually do
Yeah,
to
that's
make
what
sure
they-
they would
that's
get
what
the
they cook from,
the most potent and actually push magic within that pot when they would actually give it to the people. And Esau does that through what? The pharmacy, drugs, through the media. All these things represent the pot because what? You're feeding things into your mind. You're consuming with your mind. You know, that's your second stomach, so to speak.
Mhm.
You know, your second
Your second brain.
your second brain. You know, which y'all talking about really your mind itself when you actually eat. You know, that's your secondary position. I would say object of consumption.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
Food
that-
for thought.
Yep, that's what because when the food goes into your belly, the gases, the good gases from the food, when the food breaks down, it disperses through the bloodstream, but the gases, it sends the gases to your brain. That's why after you eat, a lot of times you have to burp. So, cause sometimes you release that gas out your mouth, but sometimes the gas it goes to your brain, and it's sometimes it's good fumes. But imagine you eating pork and shrimp, all that stuff is going to your brain, man.
Yeah.
You know, so you know you gotta think the pot that America has cooked, that what America has prepared. Now people eating that influence is going right into their spirit.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember the brother Abba was telling me that he heard a homosexual say that he wished he couldn't even be in that lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
So he's damn near immersed in that spirit, and he can't even shake it.
I was talking about this yesterday with the brothers and I at camp. You know, I had picked up a homo on the way to camp yesterday, and he was man. He's like, man, I hate Atlanta. All these faggots.
God,
Like, I'm driving like I don't know whether to agree with you or disagree with you. You got me in a weird place, but he was a flame. So like you said, they just be in a lifestyle. It's like an addict. It's like a person being addicted to dope. They don't want to be that.
We're in too deep. We went into that at camp yesterday.
Yep.
Because what it is, hey, well that's the legion of demons. You know, you start out with one demon, and the next thing you know, that demon invites other demons. Now you in too deep. You got too many demons on you to get it off.
Yep.
Demon possession.
You know, I got a precept if no one was holding anything.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty and maketh it waste. Yeah, so hey, just like we're going into waste, you know, basically going into how the earth is filthy. When you if someone could, why should I get that word waste?
God, I get it.
Because the Lord is basically taking away the spirit from this whole place, man. And you can see it, man. All you gotta do is walk around, and like brothers say, you see faggots walking around, you see just a bunch of lifeless, degenerate energies, man.
Yeah, zombie is damn near like zombies. out
Real,
there.
it's real. You got real life zombies out here, man.
Yeah, you work on your job. You look around, seeing all these bugged out jakes. You feel like you're in an insane asylum.
They go to Walmart.
Oh man. You go to Walmart, man. That's one of the worst places. One of the worst energy places you can go
Yeah,
into, man.
Walmart.
Low, just low, man.
Yeah.
People in pajamas and, you know, rollers in their head, you know. Shit is weird. You got that, bro?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
This is waste. I'm gonna go down to the noun. It says desolate regions. It says waste, damage, destruction. More, MOOR. It says empty, desolate, to leave, abandon, give out. A
Yeah.
desert,
Hey,
wilderness.
America's a bando, man.
Mhm.
You know, it says empty, waste, all any negative attribute you could think of. That's basically waste. But I keep going. It says,
I was gonna say it
okay.
says desert too,
mhm.
and this place really is a desert, and it just hasn't fully manifest yet. Because before prophecies, you know, I would say manifest, you will actually see the reality of it, you know, transpiring right now. You see that this place is empty.
It doesn't have any life.
This place really seems like it already got hit with a nuke, man. The spirits of air, it seems like it's already been hit with plagues, which it has. All the masses of the people is bugged out of their goddamn mind.
Stinks.
Yeah, you know, people don't actually even read anymore. They just live off of the instincts of life.
Mhm.
So this place is really a wasteland.
It really is.
Mhm.
You know, this place was known as the land of Eden. Now look at it. You got all kind of animals and in the water or whatnot, just dying off,
Yep.
Yeah.
dropping dead.
You just had 50 whales that beached themselves in Iceland yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
50 killer whales just straight up and down just
50,
beached
yeah.
themselves, bro.
That's not a light number, man.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit, man.
Yeah.
You know, seeing the creation of the Heavenly Father being trodden down by you unconsiderate degenerates, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because you don't consider a goddamn thing. Literally, you can go outside right now, it's fucking littered trash just right in the open of the fucking parking lot, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yo, why would somebody even do this, man? What kind of sense would it make to just throw trash right out in the front of where you sleeping at, man? You know? And then next thing you know, when Jay have a roach infestation or a roach
Right.
problem, they gonna blame it on the office. No, niggas, you.
Right.
You know, it's just because you have no consideration for life. You know, you don't give a damn about water. You know, you don't give a damn about air. You don't give a damn about the animals. You don't give a damn about your nation, the nation of your people. You don't give a damn about Yahweh Shema Shai. You don't care about nothing but yourself, man. All right. That's why the Lord is going. The cup of indignation is going to be poured out from Yahweh Shai. You know, cause he's sick of you. You look at the planet Earth, and they treating the planet Earth, which is a good wholesome woman. They treating her like a prostitute on the streets, man. You know, that's how the planet Earth is being treated by you goddamn demons, man. You know, you treating the planet Earth like a prostitute off of Glenwood, man. You know, this is a beautiful place that the Lord created, man.
Yeah.
Now the water's defiled, the air is defiled, the food is defiled, information is defiled. You know, you got everything, bro, is distorted, man. You know, so that's why the brother brought out that scripture. That's why the Lord is gonna waste it, because this is all missile food out here, man. You defiled America so much to the point that the Lord got to destroy America.
That is uninhabitable forever.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is that we can never live here again.
Matter of fact, since you said that word defiled, I'll skip down to verse 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Yeah, and under the inhabitants, you know, and who's to blame? Whose influence are the inhabitants under? The so-called white man.
That's
Okay?
right.
He's the one that's really to blame for the whales beaching themselves, for you know, the air, the water, all the necessities of life are polluted. It says it's defiled, man. It says because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Yeah, so every right way to live that the Heavenly Father intended for us to keep, you know, the laws He put in order, all right, to how to live and maintain, how to treat your people, and all the moral codes and the way to conduct yourself. That's moral is out the window at this point. So that's why the earth is defiled, and that's basically, you know, the whole the spirit is what the spirit I was bringing in this lesson. You know,
I got
you got it, bro.
I got something I wanted to add to what you were just now saying. This is under defiled. It says to desecrate or profane something sacred. You know, and even the law actually has certain ways you're supposed to actually take care of the land, take care of the animals. Certain animals you're supposed to eat, and if you were to eat those animals, you would break up the harmony. You know, this movie Lion King just came out, and what's one of the main things that was quoted in Lion King, the circle of life, how one thing actually affects another, and if you damage something, it could actually have a chain effect or a domino effect, and everything around it can be heavily affected, and we're seeing that now.
And if I could say, that's a common characteristic of a nigga.
Right.
You give a nigga some money, and he'll move into a nice ass house. The house be sacred as hell. Everybody wanted it, but he was able to get it. Hey, man, that house, man, you got shrubs growing. Like, you remember that house fucking Chief Keef used to have?
Yeah.
He used to have a nice ass house. Inside the house, you got 2 couches. Your nigga shoes all over the house. You know, the main master bedroom got a just one mattress on the floor, clothes everywhere in there.
Holes in the sheetrock.
Yeah, holes all in the wall, cush ashes all over the floor. You know, you go out in the front, you got they had a dirt bike.
Yeah, they were doing they didn't even have grass because they were running 4-wheelers throughout it.
They was running 4-wheelers in the backyard to where it just plucked up all the grass in a nice prestigious neighborhood in Chicago, man. You know, not to mention they had, you know, different niggas hanging out in the front driveway each and every day. That's you defiling that whole goddamn house, man.
Yep.
You know, you taking something that was clean and ready, to dwell in, and you turn it into a goddamn crack house.
Or house.
But that's the characteristics of a nigga, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what niggas do.
And really niggas get that from Esau.
Yep.
You know, scriptures say ye as your father the devil, man, because like you said, we have the laws. We're known as a pristine royal people. Even Esau getting this whole idea of Esau living in pristine he got that from us.
Yep.
But you niggas, you just because as the brother quoted earlier, so is the ruler, so are the people, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you white people, you try to look down on Jake and have this attitude of looking down, but really a nigga is really the mirror image of your ass, man.
Hell yeah.
Cause that's how you crackers are, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have desecrated this whole place. You've made it a big. How did you take a whole land? You took a whole land and shit it and turned it into a basic heap of trash.
Yeah, then you had Donald Trump talking about shithole country. America's a shithole country, man.
Oh,
Yeah, you got this. There's an actual show that exists called Hoarders. You know, that shows you the type of spirit you have.
Yeah.
Well, you can do a whole segment and have different series. You got different seasons of that shit. You know, called Hoarders. That go to show you right there who that spirit coming from, man. You got people, man. There was this one guy. He was a gamer. This guy said he had a bottle of pee in his room.
A bottle of pee.
Yeah, since the early fucking 2000s.
That's disgusting.
Because he said he ain't cleaned his room in like 15 years. He just sit there and play games. And on the segment that they did, he found an old bottle of pee.
Yo, man.
The fucking wrapper on the bottle was from the early 2000s, man. It didn't even have a modern
That's
design
crazy.
on that shit.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Just laying up under rubble.
Nasty
It
mother.
was-
This nigga nasty, bro.
If
I got a little bit more on
Oh,
this.
yeah,
I
guys.
got something to that.
It says to violate the chastity of a woman. You know, and you have to go out your way to break the chastity of a woman.
Yeah.
And the earth is a woman.
And the earth is known as a woman. What they say, Mother Earth.
Mother,
And defile goes into defiler, which is to trample down or to be foul. A little bit more of troops marching in single file. Yeah, and when Christopher Columbus and the Spanish conquistadors came, they came jacking this place up. They were killing off the bison. You know, they were killing the animals off in abundance. They were burning down teepees and wherever residences the Mexican and native tribes dwelled at. They were poisoning the people, poisoning the land. You know, and it's last point. It says defile to take away from a foul. You know, just like if you have a file cabinet, you have it in a specific organization. Everything is categorically put
It's order.
there in order. And when you take certain things and mix it up and you tear up documents and things of that nature, everything is going to be thrown out of whack.
Yeah.
That's why it says in Psalms the 82nd chapter how everything is thrown out of course. Esau has been raping the land. Now you have genetically modified organisms, and you eat those things and it just throws off the wave of your genetics, which in turn bugs out the next generation of children.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the kids come out with them genetically modified particles in them.
They basically are GMO children, and that's why it's a high ADD, ADHD rate,
Autism.
autism, you know, amongst various other things.
And then you got, not to mention, you got women out here that eat shit like Tide Pods. They eat tissue,
Oh.
deodorant.
I was just
They
about to
be
say.
eating
Drinking gasoline.
Yeah.
rubbing alcohol.
They drink gasoline and another thing they do, they eat cornstarch all goddamn day.
Yeah, they'll eat deodorant and shit like that.
Yeah, and guess what? Now the baby got it. Now if the baby go up in her womb, The baby gonna get all them deodorant particles,
So warning,
you know, cornstarch particles. That baby gonna come out degenerate, man.
Gonna come out neat, glowing in the dark and shit.
Hey, bro, it's a show. It's a woman. This
My
bitch
Strange Addiction.
she eat tissue.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And you know what's so crazy? It's always a fucking black.
It's
woman.
a big one, man.
You don't really see black guys on there.
You don't even see. They don't even be caramel. They be dark chocolate black fucking.
They be fat too, don't they?
And sometimes. Oh, and you know another thing they do too. A lot of black women, they eat ice, crushed ice.
Yo,
Yeah.
That shit ain't good for you.
That's not
You know, a lot of black women, you know, they got that whole spirit on them. They eat a lot of crushed ice.
That's
You
true.
know, and it causes iron deficiency.
Mm.
You know, it causes iron deficiency and it gives them amnesia. So them kids, let's say you put a baby in the womb of that woman, that baby ain't got a shit chance in hell, man.
Well, New York City had the billboard a few years ago about the most dangerous place for a black child is in a black woman's womb. Man. Like you
Really
That's
is.
facts.
It is.
That's crazy, man.
So got that war zone in that motherfucker, man. You know, I got something real quick.
Kind.
You know, basically going to the
bluffing.
going to the filth, going to the filth of America, how it's defiled and all that. This is Revelations 17 and I just read verse 4. It says, "And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls." Yes, on the outside, America is looked at as this prestige, upright, moral place. You know, the great U.S. of A. Right? But it says, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so America is basically it's a shithole, man. You know, and what the scripture out was that Ezekiel about the pot, the scum.
Yep.
You know, brothers bringing out these different examples of how America is base, is low,
Yep.
it's filthy, it's nasty, it
Full-
stinks.
It's full of homeless people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
full of homeless people, man. Like, damn.
Every exit is a new trap spot,
And
man.
now they're trying to come
Yeah.
up with alternative means to push the homeless out of the city. They got this one, it's called like Baby Shark voice. It's,
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah.
a sound pitch that they're pushing out, and it's the intent of it is to wake up homeless people so they can get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, they play they just play annoying songs on the speaker to keep homeless people from sleeping in the park because you know the songs are repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you don't give them a job so they can sleep in the bed? Because
Right,
they don't have
right.
enough jobs, man.
Right.
What
Job
about these big old
market.
churches too?
Oh yeah, these
Right.
mega churches.
Yep.
And Pastor ain't gonna bring them in. Oh, when that disaster happened, what was it?
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, Joel Osteen. He wasn't looking to open them doors. He locked them up.
So fuck y'all niggas.
I got something real quick since you read Revelation 17. I've been holding this one.
Go ahead.
Revelation 18 and 4. And it says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai have remembered her iniquities." So you got to visually imagine stacking up all these sins on one on top of another. And that tower gonna lean all the way out to the ends of heaven, man. To where the Heavenly Father, to the spiritual realm, man. That's a lot of sins, man. And that dial is being added. To hell with the U.S. debt clock, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
The U.S. debt clock ain't got nothing on the U.S. debt sin clock, man.
Ooh.
That sin clock is just right now, man. Right now, you got niggas committing adultery as we do this lesson.
Yep.
You got homos involved in homosexual activities as we do this right now.
If we could add up all the sins of America,
Maybe it will.
man.
This world.
You got to create a whole other
Yeah.
number scheme, man.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
This land supposed to been destroyed, man. He done. Well, Sodom and Gomorrah, that was light in the eyes of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's how you know the Lord is really the Lord
well,
is
compared
fat.
to now,
Yep.
compared to doing
Yeah.
comparison, that was light.
Well,
Like the Lord
yeah.
destroyed it like that.
Yeah.
He's giving it time.
Man, because
on this place.
the Lord fattening it up, because this is the final destruction.
Yeah.
So the Lord fattening it. Man, if America was back then, this place would have been destroyed.
Yeah.
But the Lord is fattening this place up, because that's what the smell of the sacrifice comes from, the fat. You know, if you cook some food and the food don't got fat in it, it's not gonna really give a potent smell. So the Lord is fattening up America with sin because it's gonna be a sacrifice in Basra, and it's gonna be a sacrifice, you know, of wickedness, man. You know, the Lord's gonna cleanse this place up. So before He do it, He's fattening it up with pride, so He can burn this shit, man. You know. So this thing is all building up to a point, man. Like the brother said, man, we could stack up all the sins and transgressions and the things that go on over here in this you know fucked up place, man. You know, it'll really blow your mind, man.
Yeah.
He said
Because
that.
you know, there's things in the record books that we don't even know Esau did.
Oh, a lot of things, majority of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm talking about in America. You know, it's things in America that was done that we have no idea that this devil did, man. You know, unto this day. That's why I tell you in Revelation 2:24, it says you have not known the depths of Satan.
Yeah.
You know, because this man is deep, man. Like we was going into a camp. If you watched the new Spider-Man, right? If y'all brothers seen that new Spider-Man, they got they had drones in the satellites, and now in the satellites in outer space, and the drones can come and they can create they was creating holographic images of the villains in the sky. So they could do that. They could do that to this day.
Yeah.
You know, so they could create a fictitious image of Cesar Borgia in the sky, man, with projectiles, man. Hey, we saw that in the movie, not the movie, but Black Mirror with Lindsay Lohan.
Molly Cyrus.
Yeah, Molly
Yeah,
Cyrus.
Molly
Like,
Cyrus.
yeah, I said, yeah, with Molly Cyrus, man. You know, so the thing is this, man. The depths of Satan is deep.
Yeah.
You know, and the Lord is giving him that opening him up to that understanding for this major sacrifice, man.
That's right, man.
You know, because this thing about to go down, and guess what? Hey, the Lord is gonna give that honor and that privilege to witness the destruction to the elect. So that's a sight that I'm pretty sure every brother in this room and all of you other brothers and your family is gonna want to see.
That's right.
That great whore being destroyed. You looking down at that whore.
Man, no more work, no
Yep.
more traffic.
There's no,
more
yep, no more like life then rule. There'll be a new way of living after that, man. There'll be no such thing as the English language no more.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You know, the English language is gonna be done away with.
Back to the-
You know, go ahead, bro.
Slucky. I didn't.
No, you good.
Oh, I was gonna say, to add to your point, this is Revelation 20:14, and it says, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire, and this is the second death."
Yep. That's right. This is the second death. Because what was the first death? The flood.
Blood, that's right.
You know, the first great death was the flood. And then the second great death is going to be what? These nuclear fires, man. You know, and the Lord is going to give that honor to the saints to watch the beast or the whore get burned with the nuclear missiles. And then after the whore is burned, you know, then we're gonna kill the beast. Because we're going to come down and we're going to bind up all of these kings, these Russian kings, these kings in Sweden, these different kings in Switzerland, Germany. We're gonna dismantle the beast, you know, which is NATO. So the whore going to get burned and the beast going to get slaughtered, man. You know, by the hands of the elect. We're going to destabilize that whole NATO coalition. And the BRICS, or BRICS. We're going to destabilize all heathen alliances. Destabilize all heathen alliances, man. We're going to go around the planet Earth destroying nuclear missile bases, Air Force bases. All right, we're going to destroy missiles, weaponry, tanks, idols. It's going to be a process of destabilizing this whole planet Earth as you know it and bringing forth a righteous way of ruling. Okay? And we about to see it. Lord willing, if we be of that number, we'll witness this whole, man. You know, from a heavenly position, you know, and we'll see exactly what the Lord prophesied on this place being destroyed from coast to coast, man.
That's right. This is the real skybox.
You know, now that's gonna be deep, man. That's gonna be deep, man. You know, so brothers can get some closing precepts, and we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. We'll close out on this one.
All right, come. It's the 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9.
Yep.
The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
because the Lord is the Father of spirits, you know, and that he would rather that be, but that's not the case, due to rebellion. Okay, that's why the scriptures say rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft, man, and obedience is better than sacrifice. And the Lord loves sacrifice, so how much more obedience then? If he says it's better than sacrifice, you know the Lord loves some sacrifice. You know? So it's best to obey the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, because through obedience, we're going to dominate the planet Earth as a unit. We'll have 144,000 best friends. Okay? They got the same way of, the same mind frame, same judgments, same love. You know? But it starts here, man. You know, this place is full of scum and snot and booty juice, man. Okay? We won't have no dealings with this place, man.
Yeah, that's the Lord looking at us with those eyes that He had for Abraham. Abraham prayed for the 17 that was in Sodom and Gomorrah. Then he went down the number,
Yep.
like to one. It's like one righteous man don't destroy their land. Where the Lord ain't destroying His land until the elect be sealed. And then He up out of it.
That's right. So that go to show you the amount of love that the Lord has for the elect. Well, He's holding off on destroying the most wicked kingdom on the face of the earth just for the elect, man.
That last person to be sealed, boy.
Man, you the man.
Whoever you are.
You the man. You know, so our hopes and our prayers is to the elect, man, and that's what we do. We endure all things for the elect's sake, man. You know, so with that, you know, hopefully this was an edifying various topics. You know, Lord willing, you know, to the next time we're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. All right, double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. The water for all you brothers and the elders for commenting on the live stream. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.